Okay, then the residue here will be barium nitrate. Then you have to remove this residue. You spread the filter paper here and you leave, you remove this filter paper, then you spread this barium sulfate and leave it to what? To dry. You can dry it using sun drying or oven, or you can use tissue or filter papers to absorb the water from this. Okay, so this is one way of preparing an insoluble salt. Since this method involves formation of precipitate, it is called a precipitation method. This method is called a precipitation what? Method. So all soluble salts are prepared using precipitation method. All insoluble salts are prepared using precipitation method, where precipitates of different colors are formed. As you are going to see I'll share some of the videos that show how a precipitate looks. In testing of carbon dioxide, you call it a milky or cloudy, but here we call it precipitate. Okay? Yeah, so they have different colors. Next is another way. Remember here it was A. Okay? But before that, have we answered the questions? What reagents would you need to prepare the salt of barium sulfate? Of course, the reagents you need is barium nitrate and sodium sulfate. Or it is not just sodium here. You can use any metal whose sulfate is soluble. Even here, it's not just nitrate. You can use barium and an anion that is soluble for barium. Like barium chloride is soluble. You can use barium chloride if you want. Barium nitrate and others. There are other barium compounds that you can use. Okay? Otherwise, this is a precipitation method that we use to prepare insoluble salts. Next is B. Yeah, here you use a soluble salt. Soluble salt plus an acid will give us salt plus another acid. Okay, this is what we are going to have. For instance, using the same barium salt, we can use, like, how do we prepare the same barium sulfate? Okay, so barium comes from the soluble salt. Barium comes from the soluble salt. Then plus the acid. Which acid will give us a sulfate? Of course, it's sulfuric acid. This one, sulfuric acid. Have you seen it? So that now the salt that we can produce out of this is barium. First, we have to know the barium compound that we can use to react with this. Of course, it's barium. You can still continue with the same barium nitrate, written as barium nitrate plus sulfuric acid will give us barium, and will replace this one, and it will combine with this one. It will give you barium sulfate, which is an insoluble salt. Barium sulfate, then this one and this one will form nitric acid. This is the acid that we are seeing here. Soluble salt plus acid will give us salt plus what? Acid. Okay? So this is our insoluble salt. So again, this acid and this one